Cooking a chuck roast in a cast iron skillet might sound alien to you, but if you take into consideration that this is a Wagyu steak, it might make a little bit more sense. This is not a normal chuck roast. This is a gorgeous full-blood American Wagyu chuck steak that is being bred to be the best bite you will ever have. We all know that chuck is not one of the greatest things you can buy out there, but we also know that chuck is one of the cheapest cuts of meat you can buy. And because of that, it would also be the most affordable Wagyu you can get from the store. Chuck meat has long been the main feature of many Sunday family dinners. It is affordable, available, and easy to cook. And when you mix those attributes with the marbling and tenderness of the Wagyu, it makes it the perfect combination for an affordable price. The chuck steak is a cut of meat that comes from the chuck primal, which is a large section of the shoulder of the cow. This part of the animal gets a lot of exercises, making the muscles somewhat tough. However, there is parts that are more tender than other ones, such as the top blade, which becomes very tender once the gristle is removed. There are a number of intersecting muscles that can cause the grain of the chuck meat to change several times in a single cut. Being mindful of this will help you select the best from the bunch when you are buying them in the store. The different types of chuck steaks are distinguished by where they are cut from the chuck primal. Besides that, there is a few other things that you should know if you decide to go for it. Chuck steak and chuck roast are two different things. Chuck roast is a tough cut of meat that often includes part of the blade bone. And yes, I know you might be asking this question yourself already. How much this Wagyu chuck roast cost? This authentic full-blood Wagyu chuck roast will cost you anywhere from $17 to $20 per pound, depending on the meat grade. And now that I got you excited with the prices, let's continue with the cook. As mentioned before, stew is the traditional way of cooking this piece of meat, but this same cut from a Wagyu breed will be so tender and flavorful that if you set it up in a pressure cooker, as you will do with a regular chuck roast, it will literally destroy it. The way I would like to cook a thick, beautiful Wagyu like this one will be using my oven and finish it up in the skillet for the ultimate crust. It can easily be done in the grill, but if this is your first time with Wagyu, I doubt that you want to risk it all. We will be treating this baby with the most respect, and for that, we will be seasoning it up with salt and pepper only. By using just salt and pepper in your meats, you are enhancing the flavors a bit without changing them. And as a result, you will feel and taste the full profile of the meat after it is cooked. Now remember, if you have a wireless thermometer like this one, it is time to introduce it into the meat. The least you open the oven while it is cooking, the better. And if you don't have a wireless thermometer, I recommend you to get one of these pen thermometers so you can cook your food precisely and accurately. The method that we're using today to cook this steak is the same that we used in a recent video that we made where we explain everything in detail, and leaving a link in the top right corner if you want to check it out. Meanwhile, you can start heating up your oven at 250 degrees and get it ready for what's coming. Now it is just a matter of waiting for the internal temperature of the steak to hit 100 degrees and we will be ready to go. One of the things that I love the most when cooking on the oven is that the radiant heat of it dries the surface of the steak, making it really easy and fast to sear in the skillet. Something as big as this steak will take about 30 minutes to be done in the oven. But don't just waste your time. Remember, once the steak comes out of the oven, we want to get them on the skillet as soon as possible. So get all your spices ready with time in advance so you don't forget anything later on. The first thing to do when you're using a cast iron skillet like I'm doing here is to heat it up as much as you can. I normally let it be in the fire with the flame at maximum for about 5 minutes. When your skillet is as hot as it can be, then it is time to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil on it. Because of the size of this meat, I will let it sear for about 3 minutes before even checking it out. After 3 minutes, I will take a peek on the crust and decide if there is more time needed or not. I end up searing this side of the steak for about 5 minutes in total, and then I flip it over to sear the other side. At this point is when you add 2 tablespoons of butter, 6 garlic cloves, and rosemary to the pan. Allow your butter to melt all the way, and by this time your garlic and rosemary are already releasing their flavors and oils into the cook. So right there you can fish them up and place them on top of the steak. And this is done this way for 2 reasons. 1, you want those oils and flavors to baste the steak. And 2, if you leave your garlic and rosemary cooking in the butter, they will burn. Once your spices are on top of the steak, you can start basting the meat with the butter. Here, the more you shower the spices, the more oils and flavors it will release, so don't forget to do that. After 5 minutes, I'm gonna check this crust on the underside of the steak and decide if I leave it there a little bit more or not. And once I'm happy with the results, I will take it out from the fire and let it rest for at least 10 minutes. Remember, this is a thick cut. If you can hold yourself a little bit longer, the better it will be. Alright, Miss Ninja. Miss Ninja have a lot of food in here.
You do. This is like a meat feast.
You know what we should do? We should do one of those contests and see who eat it all. Whomever eat it all, you win.
He's the winner.
Let's do it.
What else can I say?
Miss Ninja, this is the cheapest Wagyu you can buy in the market. And I really want to try it because I never did it before and I really want to give it a good try and see what's up.
I mean, the color is gorgeous. It's a red,
beautiful.
deep the crust. I went like this and it goes perfect
It's amazing.
crust.
And I tell you this is when I was cutting into it, it was really tender. So I'm excited to give it a try.
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Come on.
Let's give it a try. Okay.
Give me a small piece.
Well, we don't have any fork in here.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter.
With your fingers.
All right. Let me just get a little piece here.
Oh my God! Look at the thing. It's just
One
like
little piece for you. This,
flawless.
yeah, this is falling apart, guys.
Oh my God! Wagyu.
All right, Miss
Wagyu,
Ninja.
Wagyu.
Look at this beauty, man. Let's go for it.
Let's do it. It's just too good to be true.
Oh,
All the juices, you can literally choke in it, right?
so much juices. I will tell you this, it is really good. For being a chuck, it is delicious, brother.
And sisters.
But it is not the best thing you can try in Wagyu. Let's put it out there
But
because
it's
the
really
truth.
good.
It's really good.
Excellent.
I mean, it's the best chuck I ever tried in my life. But you cannot compare this with a ribeye
Of course.
or a New York strip or something like that. But the flavor is super intense, super beefy, and super strong.
Is this affordable?
It is affordable.
Whoa. Love it.
It depends, again, it depends on the grading, but it goes from $17 all the way to $20 per pound.
That's not bad.
If you buy 2 pounds of these, I mean, you're gonna spend more money in a restaurant and you can do it yourself and do it exactly the way you want it to be. It can be done like this, it is really good and you guys are gonna love it. Or it can be done in the regular, regular chuck, like we always do it in the pressure cooker and that stuff. You have to be careful again, This meat is not the same as the chuck. You cannot treat this meat in the pressure cooker as you would treat any regular chuck because it's gonna just disappear in there. It's gonna become all juices. But if you do it right, it's gonna be great. Well, if we made you hungry, please hit us with a like.
Lots of likes.
Subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, and leave your comments down there. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot of comments. I'm sure you never seen chuck being cooked this way.
Amazing.
And I'm telling you, if it's a Wagyu chuck and you just do it as a regular steak, you're gonna have a fist in your hands. I mean, nobody can eat all this food. But that's all for today. But remember that I love you.
We love you. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.
Let's go eat some chuck.
Oh yes, let's do it.